Welcome to Mischief Wargaming. I'm John and this is Blood Bowl. We've reached the penultimate round of the Mischief Cup this video, seeing the Greenshire Greats Halflings face off against the Darkmire Monster Mash Necromantic Horror. The Greats have the unenviable task of facing the increasingly strong undead. The Greats are including the Star Player Puggy Baconbreath. This Halfling superstar is stronger than his fellow stunted players, and has a Halfling luck skill to somewhat mitigate his loner status. The team also hires a temp agency cheerleader, and Gertrude will be looking to make use of her multiple block skill whenever possible. Darkmire meanwhile have a new werewolf on the roster, Jimmy Graves. I said last time that the team picked up a new zombie lineman, but I was wrong, as the stunted players don't become zombies. Regardless, the team is looking strong and hopes to score some much needed league points. The Greats win the coin flip and choose to kick the ball first. The teams take their starting positions and the ball was kicked. The kickoff result is a vicious ref. Both teams roll a dice and the loser rolls a random player. In this case it's Ian White. Another dice is rolled and he begins the game stunned. The ball comes to rest as the Monster Mash begin their offense. After White rolls over, Ghoul Skulls picks up the ball. The open players move in to engage the Greats, while Jimmy Graves blitzes Warwick Barley Darts. The werewolf can only push the halfling back, and while it looks like I forgot, I do remember about Warwick's fend skill after filming this part, and Graves is moved back. Scary Henri blocks Quick Bottle, knocking the halfling down. His armour breaks, and due to his stunty stature, is knocked out. Dead Lampard then attacks the Star Player Puggy Baconbreath, but a both down result ends badly as the Halfling has block. Lampard's armour holds, but a turnover occurs. The Greats begin by moving their open players into a more aggressive position. Vince Emberkettle blocks Jimmy Graves, but can only push the werewolf back. Matilda avoids taking root before pushing Vinnie Bones back. Gertrude makes use of her multiple block skill and throws 2 blocks. The first is against Scary Henri, knocking the zombie down. The second is against Bobby Charlton, causing the golem to stumble, I made a mistake here and mixed up the golem's stand firm, skillful fend, and Charlton shouldn't have been pushed back. Puggy Baconbreath then ends the Halfling turn by blitzing Vinny Bones, causing the lineman to stumble. Once the Darkmire players get back to their feet, Payne Rooney blitzes Ember Kettle. The golem knocks the Halfling down, but fails to break his armour. With a newly created opening in the Greenshire line, Skulls, Heartless and Graves move into the opponent's half. Gareth Well blocks Humble Spirit, knocking him down and causing a casualty. Humble Spirit is badly hurt, and so will miss the rest of the game. David Barkham then blocks Puggy Baconbreath, but with both players having the block skill, the fight is a stalemate. Ned Forefoot dodges away, before Gertrude takes root. She won't be able to move this drive, but that doesn't stop her from picking Ned up and throwing him at the ghouls. The throw is accurate, but Ned still scatters. Colliding with Skulls. His armour holds, but the ball is not loose. With Ned falling on it, causing it to bounce away again. Ned's armour also holds, but it still causes a turnover. Turn 3 begins with Skulls getting back to his feet before Payne Rooney looks to inflict some hurt on Ember Kettle. This time the Halfling is knocked down and is stunned. Jimmy Graves needs to use a reroll, but is able to pick up the ball. Heartless and Whale then surround the nearby treemen. Vinny Bones blocks the Greenshire Star Player, but is only able to push Puggy back. This lets Barkham blitz Matilda. Even with 3 other players assisting, it's an even block. The treeman stumbles, but even the whale's claws aren't enough to break through her bark. Scary Henri blocks Baconbreath, but only pushes him. Bobby Charlton does the same to Martin Moonbow. While Ian White continues the trend by pushing Smoothbrook back. Fourfoot gets back up and tries to dodge away, but falls right back over. Worse for the Greats, Ned ends up badly hurt and ends the Halfling turn already. With that, Darkmire score a touchdown as Jimmy Graves crosses the end zone. Darkmire are winning 1-0. The team sit up again and the ball is kicked. The kickoff result is get the ref. Both teams gain a free bribe for the game. Danny Stoutwoods runs in to pick up the ball, but has to use one of Greenshire's rerolls to do so. Once the open players move into position, the trees start punching. Matilda takes root, but is still able to block Payne Rooney, knocking the golem down. Gertrude uses her multiple block skill and blocks the other flesh golem. With his stand firm skill, the results do nothing, so the Greats use another reroll to knock Charlton down. The second block knocks down Ian White. The treeman then breaks his armour, causing a casualty. Just a quick note, I rolled all the regeneration rolls off camera for this game. Lastly, Baconbreath blitzes the other Wraith. Knocking the spirit down and stunning him. The flesh golems get back to their feet before the zombies advance. Jimmy Graves blitzes Moonbow, needing to use a team reroll to avoid disaster, and pushing Martin back. Barkham then blocks Baconbreath, but as both players have the block skill, nothing happens. The Halflings begin their turn with Stoutwoods handing off the ball to River Barrel. Matilda blocks Rooney, causing the undead to stumble. Smoothrook and Emberkettle dodge. Before Puggy retaliates against the werewolf. With 2 attacker down results, Baconbreath uses his Halfling Luck Star Player skill, letting him reroll one of the dice. This causes Barkham to stumble, but his armour holds. Moonbow and Summerbraid then dodge. Gertrude blocks the other golem, causing Charlton to stumble. Lastly, Barley Dance blocks John Terror, knocking him down. Once the Darkmire players get back to their feet, Graves blitzes River Barrel. The catcher is knocked down, stunning him. The ball bounces towards Matilda, but she's too slow to catch it and it bounces away. Matilda blocks Graves, needing to use a reroll, but only pushes the werewolf back. Gertrude causes Bobby Charlton to stumble, but nothing more. Moonbow, Barley Dance and Ember Kettle dodge into position. Payne Rooney blocks Puggy Baconbreath, but can only push the star back. Lampard then blocks Smoothbrook, but the Halfling's dodge skill saves him. Flystone follows up, and both players are down. The good news is that Smoothbrook is removed as a casualty. The bad news is that the exact same thing happens to Flystone, causing a turnover. Matilda blocks John Terror, stunning the zombie. Gertrude continues her assault on Bobby Charlton, knocking the golem down. Barley Dance and Ember Kettle move into position. Puggy Baconbreath blocks Lampard, causing the zombie to stumble. His armour holds. Where's Summerbraid goes to move in, but a fumbled dodge causes a turnover. To end the first half, Darkmire looked to get some hits in before the whistle blows. Rooney blocks Puggy, but the star player's dodge skill saves him. Gareth Well blocks Perry River Barrel, but again the Halflings and their dodge skill proving annoying. David Barkham attacks Warwick Barley Dance, his block skill keeping him safe. Graves blocks River Barrel. This time the catcher is knocked down. and his armour breaks. Yet another casualty to the list, as Perry is badly hurt. Scary Armory blitzes Martin Moonbow, knocking the hopeful down. And causing yet another casualty. With very little left to do, Greenshire just try to get some last minute damage done with the treeman. Gertrude blocks Bobby Charlton, knocking him down, but his armour holds. And Matilda manages to push Jimmy Graves back, but nothing more, as the half comes to an end. Darkmire are leading 1-0. The kick-off result is changing weather, which causes the ball to scatter before coming to land. Greenshire kick things off with needing to use a reroll immediately, as Danny Stoutwoods nearly fumbles picking up the ball. After the other players move into position, Matilda blocks Payne Rooney. Another reroll is needed to avoid double skulls. The golem is knocked down and his armour breaks at last. Using her Mighty Blow skill, the injury result is a casualty. With Rooney seriously injured. Gertrude uses her multiple lock skill and attacks Vinnie Bones, pushing him back. The second block is against the remaining golem, but with only a push result, it does nothing against Bobby's stand firm skill. Lastly, Puggy Baconbreath blocks Dead Lampard, choosing the both down result, having the block skill. The zombie ends up stunned. Losing a golem is bad for Darkmire, as it's one of the few players who can stand up to the treeman. But the focus is on taking out the Halflings, as Jimmy Graves blitzes Steve Quickbottle. But a combination of dodge and fend keep the Halflings safe. And we're back to Greenshire as Matilda blocks John Tarrant. Knocking him down and breaking his armour thanks to a Mighty Blow skill. Tara ends up stunned. Puggy Baconbreath then attacks Vinny Bones, using his block skill to stun the zombie. Stoutwoods then hands off the ball to Vince Emberkettle. Before Gertrude continues her attack on Bobby Charlton, but again is unable to do anything. Vince dodges through the Darkmire line and into their half. Scary Omri blocks Pete Cloudmeadow. Unfortunately, the attack does nothing thanks to Pete's dodge skill. Dual Skulls then tries to get into position, but fails his dodge roll, and the skill reroll isn't much help. His armour breaks and he ends up seriously injured. With this bit of luck, the Greats look to take advantage as Gertrude blocks Charlting. The Flesh Golem stumbles and his armour breaks. The Golem's thick skull isn't enough to stop him from being knocked out, thanks to Gertrude's mighty blow. Matilda then unfortunately takes root, but she's still able to commit a foul on Vinny Bones, but it doesn't work. Baconbreath blocks Lampard, causing the zombie to stumble, but his armor holds out. Joe Heartless blocks Summerbraid, pushing him back. This frees up Barkham, who blitzes Vince Embercattle. The attack knocks him down. Breaking his armour. The stunted player is then knocked out, and the ball is knocked loose. Scary Henri blocks Cloud Meadow, pushing him back. Jimmy Graves then does the same to Steve Quickbottle. Lastly, Gareth Whale attacks Barley Dance. Knocking him down, but he isn't able to break the Hefty's slightly tougher armour. After Barley Dance gets back to his feet, the rather diminished Greats rely on the treatment. Gertrude manages to blitz Jimmy Graves, but is only able to push him back, even after using a reroll. Matilda is able to knock down Vinnie Bones. But can't break his armour. Pink Cloud Meadow tries to make life difficult for Darkmire as he dodges away from Scary Henri. But to put any pressure on the ball, he needs to pass 2 rush checks, which he does after using another reroll. Barkham chooses to blitz Cloud Meadow and pushes him back before I make a mistake and forget about Frenzy. Instead of following up with another attack, the werewolf goes and picks up the ball and runs back to their line. Gareth Whale blocks Puggy Baconbreath, but is only able to push him back. Dead Lampard follows up, but ends up eating dirt as Puggy's block skill protects him. Lampard is fine, but a turnover is still caused. The Greats are looking to capitalise on that mistake as Pink Cloud Meadow blitzes David Barkham, causing him to stumble. His armour holds, but importantly the ball is knocked around. Matilda pushes John Terror back. While Gertrude takes root before blocking Jimmy Graves. The werewolf stumbles. And thanks to Gertrude's Mighty Blow skill, is knocked out. Steve Quickbottle has to pass some rush checks in order to reach the ball before picking it up. Baconbreath blocks Finny Bones, making the zombie stumble. Barkham blitzes Quickbottle, sending the Hefty to the dirt, but his armour holds. The ball is knocked out of his hands, but Danny Stoutwoods was in the right place at the right time to catch it. Gareth Well blocks Barley Dance, pushing him back to end the relatively short turn by Darkmire. Danny Stoutwoods wastes no time in handing the ball off to Barley Dance. Warwick then moves next to Wes Summerbraid before making a quick pass. Summerbraid catches the ball and moves up. Joe Heartless then blitzes the ball carrier, causing the hopeful to stumble. Summerbraid's armour holds, but again the important bit is that the ball is knocked free. Block skill to knock the Halfling down. Gareth Well blocks Baconbreath, pushing the Star Player back. Puggy then dodges away from the spirit before blitzing the ghoul. Heartless is knocked down, but his armour holds out. Summerbraid gets back up and picks up the ball. Matilda then picks up and throws Danny Stoutwards, looking to add some support for Summerbraid. And also because I thought it would be fun to throw more Halflings around. While the throw isn't fumbled, throwing a teammate always scatters, and Danny crashes into Puggy Baconbreath. Thankfully, both players are ultimately unharmed. John Terror blocks Quick Bottle, knocking him down but not quite breaking the Hefty's armour. Barkham blitzes Summerbraid, the attack easily knocking the Halfling down. Worse for the Greats, as Summerbraid is badly hurt thanks to him being a stunty player. The ball then lands in the werewolf's hands. Gareth Whale fouls Baconbreath, easily breaking his armour and causing a casualty. As the injury result was a double, the referee noticed and Gareth Whale is sent off. But Darkmire's coach, Khorne, argues the call, using the free bribe from earlier in the game to keep Whale on the field. Not that it matters much, as the Halflings are only able to try and minimise damage as they dodge away from the undead for the last turn. This doesn't stop Barkham from trying to get one last blitz in, as he charges down Danny Stoutwards. The catcher is knocked down and is removed as a casualty. And with that, the game comes to an end. Darkmire Monster Mash defeat Greenshire Greats 1-0. This was a game that really highlighted how difficult stunty teams are to play. Even with the addition of a star player and plenty of skills to go around, the Greats were outmatched by pretty much every Darkmire player. The two tree men were the only players who could stand up to the undead, but even without taking root, they are just too slow to be much of a threat, away from the line of scrimmage. That said, it wasn't all bad. Most of the injuries suffered this game will have no real impact on the team next game, and despite not earning any league points, they are somehow surviving better than other teams. Puggy Baconbreath really pulled his weight in this game. Strength 3 for a Halfling doesn't feel like much, but it's actually enough to let me engage with Darkmire, and the combination of block and dodge is always a strong combination. The MVP of the team was Vince Emberkettle. After collecting their winnings, Emberkettle and Cloudmeadow both roll for random skills, ending up with Jump Up and Diving Catch respectively. Here's the team's roster after that game. Greenshire's final game of the season is against the Wildglade Wanderers, the only other team having a rougher time than they are. Darkmire really needed a high scoring game to earn some league points, and they pretty much got it. With 6 casualties caused, plenty of star player points were earned. Jimmy Graves immediately proves his usefulness as he earns some star player points on his own, rather than just having David Barkham hog them all. After all, multiple skilled players is better than one player with too many skills. Joe Heartless is the MVP of the game, and after collecting their winnings, he chooses the kick skill. Barkham then chooses dodge, making him especially dangerous. While Scary Henri now has enough points to roll for 2 skills, and ends up with Wrestle and Frenzy. So here's how the roster looks after that game. Darkmire's final game will be against Dunderhaven, a team that's been slow to get going, but will certainly put more of a fight in the Halflings. And here are the league standings after that game. Darkmire are now leading the league, while the Greats are still right at the bottom. There's still plenty to play for in the next couple of games, maybe not for the Greats, and while they are currently leading the table, Darkmire isn't able to claim victory just yet. The next game sees the Hexarattle Sun Warriors face the Wildglade Wanderers. And that was Blood Bowl. Not going to lie, it hurt to see the Halflings take so many casualties. I'm not trying to play favourites for the league, but after the Horde beating the snot out of the Khorne team, I've grown to really like the little guys. On the other hand, I also really enjoyed playing the Necromantic side. It's good to see them finally rack up some league points. As I said, the next game will be Lizardmen vs Wood Elves. And until then, thank you all very much for watching. Take care.